mom is gonna be so mad I haven't cleaned up the house. Probably because I was reading The Blood of Olympus, and I had to read it. Not as fast as I can, but as slow as I can, so I wouldn't clean up the house. She understands. She's not gonna ground me or anything. And so she gets home, she's probably getting a little mad or not. I don't know yet. Alright guys, I have to start somewhere. Overall, this whole book, I took my time to read it because I didn't want to be that fan that read it in like 5 hours. I want to take my time with this book. I wanted to take my time because it's the last book. And I wanted to take my time to love the characters and take it in that it's the last book, and I'm very sad right now. Overall, the book was amazing. The pace was really good. I loved overall everything. Character development up to the very end. I'm very amazed by all these characters. Like, I'm like very shocked right now. I'm still so sad because it's the last book, but I'm satisfied with the ending. Very satisfied. Because we got a good ending. Rick, you did a very good job with everything. The plot, the characters, satisfying our ending, the ending for some of us, most of us. A lot of people are still mad because they felt the book was rushed. But I think why you think it's rushed is because you read it so fast. I took my time and I didn't care. I loved the book. I was so happy with everything. Occasionally some parts were very sad, but overall I love this book so much. Okay, for the spoiler part of this video, if you have not read this book or don't know anything about it, leave now. I'm about to rant and pour out my feelings of how much pain I'm in and how I don't know how to feel, but you have to get out of here right now. I'm about to rant and everything. Alright guys, leave. Bye. I am still in shock, but alright, here we go. Nico. Oh my goodness. Nico, your character development, and I got to know how you feel and hear what you were thinking. The POV, getting a POV, I've been waiting for that. I was so happy for it. I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have it. But we went into Nico's head, and I thought his side of the story was so great because we've known him, well, most of us have known him from Titan's Curse, and we got to see a lot of his character development, and he had so much to go through this book. He found out he has friends. He found a friend and a kind of a sibling bond with Reina, and it was so great. I love that character chemistry, by like friendship wise, so great. They worked together as a team, and it was so great because they got to communicate about their lives and their past life, and they had to talk about their feelings, and they never really did that with anyone. And it's really great because both of them were kind of keeping their feelings inside because they have really no friends. They had to be leaders in their own lives, and it was really great to see that. Hedge was so great. I loved him. He's hilarious as usual, but also knowing about his baby, that was adorable. I love that. And Clarity got to be, how do you say her name? Correct me if I'm wrong. Got to be the godmother. I was so happy. Also, Reina's backstory, I was very surprised. I knew it was going to be something painful and it had to do something with her sister, and I thought that was great. I mean, it was also really sad to know what it was like before Camp Jupiter, how she felt about her family, her old home, everything before Camp Jupiter, and I thought it was really great. We got to hear about her feelings that she didn't really want to talk about, because she pretty much would give you a death glare if you ever ask about it, but she understood with Nico. They both were they had similar situations. They both been through so much, we might as well talk. And I thought that was great. The freaking Jason and Percy talking to each other about being bros, that was hilarious. I love that part. And Piper and Annabeth, that was also a great part, and one of my favorite parts in this book, because Annabeth had to feel, she couldn't just think about being smart and to figure out, like, figuring out a plan. She had to go through without thinking about it. She just had to feel through the entire thing, and that, I guess that was character development with Piper in that part. I think it was really great to see that part with them. And also with Leo and Percy having those really small conversations. You think Nike will show up if we, like, they made fun of Adidas? That was hilarious. And then Percy saying about his pancakes, that was hilarious too. My pancake can't drown. That was, I can't drown, my pancake can't drown. That was hilarious. Overall, this book was so good. You got to see all the characters, character development. Jason with his mom, that was interesting. We haven't talked about his mom in a while, not since, like, this is the first book of the Heroes of Olympus, The Lost Hero, I think. That was a really good part to talk about. And we got to see why Jason was always going to the rules and everything, because his mom was the root to all those problems. He didn't want to break any promises, he didn't want to break any rules, because his mom was the root to that problem. And I guess we got to see why Jason was like that, and that was really good, cool to see. So overall, Rick Riordan did a very good job with this book. Everything was really good. We talked about how Percy was, about, like, kind of the dark side of him, going on the edge, and how Annabeth stopped them, and then we got to talk about that a bit. Not entirely, but it was still good to hear about that. And then we got to hear that they're going to finish the year together, and then they're going to go to college in Camp Jupiter. I was so happy. In New Rome, I was like, yes! Pretty much guaranteed the happy ending. I love that part. Everyone got a pretty much good ending. Leo, I was pretty much sad, but I'm happy that he ended up being alive and he found Calypso and they left the OGG. I don't remember how to say it, but I was so happy about that, but very sad that everyone else thought he was dead. But glad that Rick Riordan said that, put the part in where Piper and Jason were just reminiscing all the memories they had of all the adventures and his lines and his titles, and they pretty much think that he's alive. Nothing can stop that guy. Come on, it's Leo. What are you gonna do about Leo? He's hilarious. He's gonna be fine. So they pretty much had hope. I was so happy with that part. And Nico staying at Camp Half-Blood, I was so happy about that too. And Will, I was pretty much geeking out at that part. It was really hilarious, and I loved their chemistry together. Since it's coming, guys. Alright, guys, since it is the end of a Percy Jackson and Heroes of Olympus era, I would like to thank Rick Riordan for writing this amazing series, the amazing second series, along with Percy Jackson. I've been following these books since I was in 6th or 7th grade, I believe. I pretty much grew up with Percy. Not entirely, but I felt like I grew up with him because I started the books when I was in 6th grade. And then, yeah, when I was in 6th or 7th grade, I was a student aide at my middle school, and there was a book fair going on. I was extremely bored, and my librarian decided to leave me in charge of the book fair and watching over the books. So I was really bored. No one was coming in. I sat down on the couch and started looking at the books, and I see this book, this blue Percy Jackson book, and I didn't know what it was. It was Titan's Curse. So I started reading what it was about on the back cover, and I was really interested. It was about Greek gods, and I was really interested in Greek gods. So I grabbed the book, I bought the book, and I didn't want to start off weird because I would have been confused. So I bought the whole entire series, started reading it. I was stuck on it. Pretty much because of the part I connected with the characters so much. I connected with Percy mostly because I moved a lot, and also the Gabe situation. I had my own Gabe, and everything was great. I loved reading the books. It was amazing. And then I started reading Heroes of Olympus when I was in high school. Yeah, when I started high school, I was a freshman. So I pretty much grew up with it again. And now to this last book. I am not even in high school anymore. No, going to college. And I guess this is a perfect way of Rick Warren telling me it's the end of my childhood, and it kind of hurts. It's an amazing series. I connected with a lot of new characters. It's really sad to see this series go. I thought it was hilarious. Knowing all these characters, knowing all the qualities and what they go through together, these adventures I went with them, it was great. We all go with these adventures. They're hilarious, especially Leo. Every one of them, they're all hilarious. And I'm really sad to see this series go. But I am very excited. I don't care if I'm in college. I don't care if I'm out of college. I am going to read Magnus Chase. I'm going to read that when it comes out. I don't care if I have to sneak. Okay, you know what? I'm going to walk pridefully into Barnes & Nobles and go grab the book when it comes out. I'm getting it. Don't care. I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to grab it. I'm not going to pre-order it. Not waiting extra days. I'm going to get it. Alright, guys. I can't believe this is the end. I am very sad. I don't want to see this series go. But then again, we're all going to grow up sometime. I'm sad. Oh. And as the last thing, I was gonna eat blue cake. Unfortunately, my family has eaten all the blue cake that I made in order for this celebration for this book. I was really mad. But also, I'm gonna put a link down below for a few videos that I watched that make it very appropriate for this ending. And it's not really saying goodbye. It's just celebrating all these characters that we know and these friends that we know. It's amazing. It's endearing. It's really perfect for how we feel, because it's not the end for us. We will always have these characters. I'm gonna read these to my kids. By the way, I'm gonna read that. I don't care. Reading it, they're rereading it, they're passing it on to the children. Fall in the line. They are all gonna read it. I don't care. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to say goodbye.